Welcome to the Coastal Kitchen. I'm Karen Mashures, and today we are having a chili chowdown. I'm making chicken chili, and it is a phenomenal recipe that you'll have to try. We're doing an arugula, pear, and pecan salad, some buttermilk cornbread, and some brownie cookies with a surprise. I'm also going to make a tequila mojito. So we're fixing to have a great time today when we start eating. I have been working all morning here, so things are ready. We're starting with the chicken chili, and I have put about a tablespoon of oil in my pan, and I'm using a deep set frying pan, and my oil is getting nice and warm, and I'm putting a pound of chicken, ground chicken, is going in to brown. So let's just throw that in there. Now, want to make sure that you keep stirring it and chopping it because we want fine bits here. All right, the chicken is starting to get a little bit brown now. So what I want to do is I'm going to take some salt and pepper, and I'm just going to put a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Want to season it before I add the rest of the seasonings because we're going to take this out of the pan in just a second. All right, this is cooked. I'm going to take it out of my pot and put it in this bowl. It'll just rest for a few minutes while we're cooking the onions and garlic. Okay, I've got that resting, and what I'm going to do is, because my pan is hot, I'm going to put just a little more oil in. Not too much, and I'm using vegetable oil this time. Just want to stir that around, and we are going to add some onions. And I've chopped up one medium, little bit bigger than medium onion. And we're going to put that in and let them sweat and just get nice and soft. Wow, these onions smell terrific, and they are just about done. Now, you always want to do your onions before you do the garlic because the garlic will burn really fast. So just get that garlic in, and we just want to make sure that it's not burned. Okay, all I'm going to do is just cut this up a little bit because I really want to give it the shred effect. So just pull it apart, and we're going to get about a pound's worth, and we're going to throw it in. If it's chunky, it's okay. It's the way you like it, so do it that way. You can also stick your chicken in the oven the night before. Salt and pepper, let it cook for about 45 minutes, and you should have a nice chicken ready to go into this chicken chili. But this took about a half of a rotisserie chicken, so it's easy and it's faster, so make it easy on yourself. All right, just about got this. And this is going to go in right on top of our ground chicken. So in we go. Stir around just a second. All right, if you don't have a food processor, you can use a potato masher, but I'm using my food processor, and I've got 1 can of white beans, and I'm going to pulse this until it's almost pureed. I want that to thicken up the chili. Okay? We're going to add something else to this mixture because we can. I'm going to take 1 large can of diced tomatoes, and I'm going to put that in, juice and all. And we're going to do the same thing again. All right, it's ready. Let's get this off. And this is going right in on top of the chili. All right. And just stir that around. Get a nice coating on all of the chicken. And you can already see it's coming together. It's thick. And we're going to add the rest of the beans. I've got 1 can of the light red kidney beans. And I've got 2 cans of Great Northerns right in. Give that a nice stir. Now, the heat. The heat is in Rotel tomato chilies. And you can get this at the grocery store, and this is the best that I've found. You can use plain green chilies if you'd like, but this is where the heat comes in. And I'm using about 1/2 of a can because I'm feeding some people that I don't know how hot they like it. But you can use the whole can if you really like heat. Okay, this is looking good and smelling even better. Now, I've got 4 cups of chicken broth, and I'm going to put about 2 cups in to begin with. And we're going to turn the heat to medium. And we're going to let this simmer about 30 minutes after it comes to a boil. And we'll be ready to eat within the hour. But I always like chili a couple hours after it's gotten cooled down and reheated. Just seems like the flavors intensify. Okay, I'm going to get this cleaned up. We're going to come back and we're going to do those surprise brownies that I told you about. See you in a minute.
Count on Charlotte Electric Stores to bring your dream home to life. Family owned and operated since 1971, we offer the area's widest selection of beautiful lighting fixtures and everything to make your kitchen or bath special. Now featuring the innovative design of American Standard. Let our friendly, knowledgeable staff help you find exactly what you're looking for. Your dream home is in our showroom. Visit us today or shop our inventory online at charlotteelectric.com.
It's time to do our brownie cookies with the surprise. This brownie is wonderful because it cooks between 10 and 12 minutes. And on top of that, everybody has a brownie with edges all the way around. So let's get started. I've got some melted butter, and I have a recipe for you, but I have cut the recipe in half because I don't need as many cookies as it makes. And you might too, because the original recipe will make about 5 dozen cookies, and I don't need that many. All right, I have got 1/2 of a block of cream cheese, which is 4 ounces. We're going to get that in, and all we have to do with this is get it to mix together. All right, this is nice and smooth. Now it's time for our egg. And so 1 egg right in that, and we're gonna mix that up with it. All right, now it's time to start folding in the brownie mix. Are we making it easy today or what? This is a boxed brownie mix, and this is what you want to use. We're going to add a little bit at a time and start folding it in. Don't have to worry about anything except making sure it all gets wet. All right, this is the last little bit. Pouring that in, and now it takes some elbow grease. You just want to keep folding until everything is sticky, and it is a very sticky dough. Okay, take a look at this dough. When I say sticky, it's sticky. Now, if you're going to do this with your hands, making balls at about 1¼ inch to 1½ inch for the cookies, then you probably should put it in the refrigerator and let it chill for about ½ an hour. But I'm going to move some stuff around real quick, and I'm going to show you how I do it. The easiest way that I think it can be done is with this lovely little tool. It's called a scoop. And this is the way I like to do it. Then I don't have to wait. I just go up the side, and I'm going to scoop about 5 in 3 rows. So just make sure that you have a scoop that's about 1¼ to 1½ inches. Get it off the sides and start scooping. You don't have to leave a whole lot of room in between, because they'll flatten out, but they won't spread out too far. All right, putting the last one in. Doesn't take very long, and I'm just doing a dozen. And I've got them on a baking sheet that has been lightly greased. So this goes into a 350 oven, and check your oven's temperature, because mine goes a little bit hot. And we're going to cook this for between 9 and 12 minutes. Just keep looking at your oven. Okay, let's look at what the surprise is going to be. When these come out, I've got Rolo candies. Everything's unwrapped, and I've got Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Minis. And this is what's going to go in the center when we come out. We're also going to use some sprinkles on these wonderful things. And I'm going to melt some chocolate in case I want to drizzle some chocolate on top. Okay, we'll be back in just a minute. As soon as these come out, we'll finish them up.
In today's world, to move forward, you must constantly evolve. That's why we're changing for the better. ATMC is now Focus Broadband. At Focus Broadband, we're building better technology to connect you to a brighter tomorrow. And while our name has changed, our commitment to giving you the very best remains the same. Focus Broadband. We're focused on you.
These brownies are ready to come out of the oven. Here we go. All right, I'm going to put them on this little rack right now, and you can see how pretty they turned out. Right away, I'm going to take a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, and I'm putting it in with the big side down. Just push it right in. Okay, now I'm going to do a Rolo, but I'm going to do it straight up. Okay? And we just keep on doing these till I get done. All right, what I am starting to do is they've been on this tray for about 3½ minutes, and these lovely candies are just about melted, and I'm pushing them down just a little bit. That's all I want to do. Just flatten them out so the chocolate comes to a circle. All right, got them all flattened out. The chocolate has melted on top. Now, I'm going to take my sprinkles while I've got them on the pan, and I'm going to do a little bit of sprinkle on the chocolate. The chocolate is melted, so it'll stick like glue. I've also got some wafer chips, chocolate wafer chips in my microwave that I've melted, and I'm going to show you how you can make them a little bit more special if you want to. That's an option for you. You don't have to use chocolate sprinkles either. You can be as colorful as you want. Okay, there's my chocolate sprinkles. Let's get this out. I've got my fork that I've been stirring with. And all you have to do is milk the chocolate and take your fork and just go back and forth. Makes them look a little bit fancier. All right, got this last one done. Now, what I've got to do is take them off the pan and put them on my rack so they cool nicely. But on top of that, I'm going to put them in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes just to re-harden the chocolate. Okay, so off they go. All right, these are going to go into the fridge after about another 5 minutes after they've cooled down a little bit. Now, we're going to clean this up, and I'm going to make you some buttermilk cornbread.
Say hello to the internet of tomorrow. Compelling, absorbing, all-encompassing. Delivered to your home at up to 1 gig. That's 1,000 megabits per second. That's fast. Really fast. All so that you can do a little of this, and a whole lot of this. With none of that. Need speed? Welcome to the internet of tomorrow. Today. Get blazing fast speeds of up to 1 gigabit per second from Focus Broadband. Call or click to order today.
Buttermilk cornbread. Perfect thing to go with chili. All right, I've got a 9-inch cast iron skillet because this is what the cornbread is going to bake in. And I'm just going to pour about a teaspoon of oil in, vegetable oil, and I'm just going to grease this pan real good. Don't want a lot left in the bottom, but I want the grease to go all the way up the sides. Okay, that's got that. Now, I have got a half a cup of butter, and I have melted it slowly over the stove here, and I can turn this off now. This is a sweet cornbread, so let's see how we do this. Sugar. The sugar goes into the same pot with the butter, and we're just going to stir until that's melted. Now this is warm, so don't want to add these eggs too quick, but we are going to whisk the eggs in to the same mixture. We just don't want them to turn into scrambled eggs. So I'm going to take this whisk, and this is where you can use more than one bowl for one thing. So eggs go in. Let's get this nice whisk. And believe it or not, I got a 2-yolk egg, so this is going to be a little bit richer. All right, in we go, nice and slow, and stir like crazy. And we're going to just make this bowl a community effort here. This is buttermilk. Now remember, sometimes you can't find all the ingredients you want in the store. And if you can't find buttermilk, just take a cup of buttermilk and a tablespoon of white vinegar and put the white vinegar in the regular milk. Let it sit for about 5 minutes and you have made buttermilk. Okay, now into my buttermilk goes my baking soda. We're just going to stir that in. And it does bubble a little bit, so it's ready to go. Now we're stirring that right in the same pot. And I like to just keep stirring as much as I can. Okay, we've got 3 more ingredients. And one of them is salt. And I'm going to put the salt in right now. Got about half a teaspoon. No, I think I changed that to a 1/4 teaspoon because I made a smaller amount. And now I'm going to put in the cornmeal and just dump the whole thing in. Can you see what's happening in here? And now we're going to put our flour in. That's a cup of flour. So a cup of cornmeal and a cup of flour. All right, now this is just the way I want it. Little bit lumpy. And that's the way cornbread should be. So we're going to pour it right into the pan. And this is going to make about 8 nice slices. You can make them a little bit larger if you want, or a little bit smaller. Everything in. And this is going to go in a 375 oven for about 35 minutes. You'll see when it's turned golden brown that it's ready. Ooh, isn't that pretty? All right, going to put that in right now. All right, about 35 minutes. Now, remember, don't open the door. Just look through the window to make sure it's getting done. I'm going to clean this up as I have a word for our sponsor, and we'll be back to finish with our salad and our cocktail.
Count on Charlotte Electric Stores to bring your dream home to life. Family owned and operated since 1971, we offer the area's widest selection of beautiful lighting fixtures and everything to make your kitchen or bath special. Now featuring the innovative design of American Standard. Let our friendly, knowledgeable staff help you find exactly what you're looking for. Your dream home is in our showroom. Visit us today or shop our inventory online at charlotteelectric.com.
All right, we're getting ready to do this wonderful arugula salad. It has Asian pears sliced really thinly like I'm doing right now, and pecans, lovely. We're putting grapes, red grapes in there, and some lovely purple onions cut very, very thin. But first we've got to make the dressing. And for that, I need 1/3 cup of fresh squeezed lemon juice. Oh, just right. Okay. Teaspoon of sugar. Salt. Kosher salt, by the way. And I'm going to grab my whisk, and we're going to drizzle olive oil in here. Okay? And just want to drizzle a little bit at a time. Give it a little bit of a twist here. Okay, now I'm going to put some lemon zest in the dressing. Just need a little bit. Bring out that brightness and freshness. And this is going to go on top. And we are ready to make this salad, put it together. Okay. Big bowl. Right here. And I'm going to take about 1/3 of this dressing and just pour in the bowl. Okay. Now, my arugula, and it depends how many people you're having, but we're going to have 4, and I want some leftovers. Just toss that into the bowl with the dressing. Want all those leaves. And I'm going to take my hands and I'm going to toss this right in. And then we're going to layer. But I want all these leaves to have some of that dressing on it. Okay. Put this right back on the platter. And I'm just going to spread this out a little. I'm going to take my pears. They're the biggest thing I've got. I'm just going to spread those out. And this is 2 pears. You can use less if you'd like or more. Depends how many people you're having and how much you love pears. All right, next we're going to put in some grapes that have been quartered, and these are the purple grapes. I'm just going to sprinkle them for the little bit of sweetness that they're going to bring to the salad. Now, onions. Cut in a half moon and separated just over the top. And that's to your liking. Now, pecans, sprinkle those right on top. And while my hands are the way they are, it's time for the goat cheese. Now, some people think they don't like goat cheese, but goat cheese is absolutely delicious. And I'm going to use some of the chunks off of the solid block. Just going to put some here and there. Then I've got crumbled goat cheese. And this is one of the salads that I actually let everybody salt and pepper to taste, because the arugula is peppery and we don't want too much salt in there for anybody. Now it's time to drizzle the rest of this salad dressing right over the top. But I'm going to be cautious because I think that I can save some of this for a personal salad later. Just want to cover those pears. All right, quick and easy salad, doesn't take too long, and it's absolutely delicious. All right, one more thing to do. I'm going to go ahead and make my mojito for you and tell you how to do it before we finish the show.
Go big. Get a gig with Focus Broadband. Focus Broadband raises the bar with epic internet speeds up to 1 gig. So go ahead, max out your smart home with laptops, smartphones, tablets, printers, home security systems, or game consoles, all connected to your internet. Focus Broadband delivers the speed you need for all things online. Call now to go big and get a gig with Focus Broadband. For the fastest speeds around, call or visit us at focusbroadband.com.
Wow, I have had a wonderful day today. All I've got to ask you is, are you ready to chow down on some chicken chili? We've got buttermilk cornbread. We've got a salad with Asian pears and pecans, goat cheese, brownie cookies, and of course, a tequila mojito. You can find our recipes on Facebook, search for the Coastal Kitchen. And in the meantime, we're gonna sit down and have some chili really quickly. Everybody here is hungry. Boy, is that good.
Count on Charlotte Electric Stores to bring your dream home to life. Family owned and operated since 1971, we offer the area's widest selection of beautiful lighting fixtures and everything to make your kitchen or bath special. Now featuring the innovative design of American Standard. Let our friendly, knowledgeable staff help you find exactly what you're looking for. Your dream home is in our showroom. Visit us today or shop our inventory online at charlotteelectric.com.
In today's world, to move forward, you must constantly evolve. That's why we're changing for the better. ATMC is now Focus Broadband. At Focus Broadband, we're building better technology to connect you to a brighter tomorrow. And while our name has changed, our commitment to giving you the very best remains the same. Focus Broadband. We're focused on you.